Good morning, everybody. It's about 4:30 in the morning, and I thought I'd get up and have a cup of coffee with you because I got some stuff on my mind I need to talk about. And here it is. If you have not gotten a 20% raise over the last 3 years, you're going backwards. If your parents or your elderly in your life are on fixed income and they were, fair to middling 3 years ago, they're in some real trouble. It's time we start taking this inflation personal because it is robbing you, your kids, and your family of food that they're going to put in their mouth and the quality of food. I'm going to get into that in a minute. And it's robbing you of personal property. It very well is. It is like the Great Reset's right arm, inflation. It's really working out for them. Now, I'm going to tell you a quick story about my grandmother. Her name was Mama E. That's what we called her. She was a tough, bull-headed woman. She had to be because she raised 4 children on a lunchroom lady income. My grandfather died when he was 46 and left her with 4 kids, and that's the card she was dealt, and she did the best she could, and she did a great job. Now, when I say that, and the reason I'm so passionate about autoimmune and the food everybody's eating, and just so you know, the video I did with my wife yesterday was, or maybe it was the day before. Go back and watch it. If you've, get in the comments mainly. That is going to help you. It's going to help somebody. There's success stories in the comments like, I had this, I was so sick, and I reversed everything, changed my whole family. None of them's fat, and we're all good, and we're all healthy. But you can't eat the food. I'm telling you, you're eating food. Some of you, or most everybody probably, is eating food that their body can't handle. But I'm getting off topic. Here's the deal. My grandmother was eating a post-World War II box food diet. Her knuckles were all crinkled up. She was just in pain all the time. And the doctors would give her prednisone, which made her feel better for a short amount of time. Anyway, what I'm saying is she ate cheap box foods. And that's what a lot of people are going to do in the Thunderdome. They're going to eat foods. Even if they don't want to, you're going to eat something that is made with cheap grains, cheaply processed foods with toxins in them to make them taste good. I don't know if that's the plan to make everybody sick and fat and die, or maybe give them some medicine that makes them die. I don't know what the deal is, but I just know I can see it right in front of us. So if you're poor, you're going to be sick. I'm not saying you have to be. I'm saying a lot of people are going to take the easy road. Most people I know don't cook. They just drive through somewhere or something like that. I can't do that. I like to stay in somewhat decent shape. And my wife for sure can't do that because of the autoimmune disorder she developed from eating poor food. So go back and watch that video. But back to checking on our elderly. I had a comment, it was a while back, said they felt led to check on their parents, on their income, see how they were doing. They're on a fixed income, and they know inflation was starting to tick up, so they went and checked on what they had at the end of the month after all the bills were paid. I want to say it was like $300 or $400 is all they had left. And that was eye-opening to me because that was the way my grandmother was. She had to track every dollar she spent. She would, it down to the little cookies she bought. She couldn't get that brand. She had to get the cheap brand. So check on them because, man, I hope somebody checks on me when I'm older, you know. So check on your elderly. And you young guys, you're going to have a harder time than I had. Generation Z, as soft as they are, is going to have a much harder time than I did coming up. Just because you're raised maybe a little bit softer, not much, but you're going to have such a harder road. Wealth will only be inherited in the Thunderdome. It will no longer be able to be created from hard work. If things keep going like right, it's already, you're already being priced out of working your way through college. and maybe owning a house. There is people that will rent forever. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But if you don't want to do that, there is something wrong with it. Just like there's nothing wrong with eating bugs if that's what you want to do. But if somebody's trying to make you or putting it in the food you buy without your consent or not putting it on the damn label, that's a real problem for me. So there are some things being forced down our throat, and it seems to be through inflation. It's like these people. Look, I'm going to roll a clip before I forget. Here's some clips of some of the lies we've been told lately, and I just wanted you to see this, and I got a few more to add to it. Go. But wait, there's more. Janet Yellen. There's nothing to suggest a recession is in the works. No, Janet, you're right. It's a depression that's in the works. We're already in a recession. Here's another one. I wouldn't do it differently. I was very supportive of the American Rescue Plan. That was last week. U.S. inflation risk is small and manageable. It's killing people. I don't anticipate that inflation is going to be a problem. This is over and over. Some of it, here's one from the CEO, Neil Kashkari. What's the economic theory that a one-time boost of physical spending, a one-time boost of demand, it leads to higher prices? Yes. Does it lead to higher inflation, which means ongoing year after year after year of continuing price increases? I don't really understand the mechanism by which Larry Summers thinks is. Anyway, it's just a bunch of crap. Just know you're being lied to 100% of the time by these people. I don't think they're stupid. I think they're manipulating evil people. And know they're wrong 100% of the time. And they don't care. Because as inflation goes up, it's not bothering them any. But it's really hurting the middle class and the poor. And if you're not the uber wealthy rich, if you're just, right below them in the 400,000 class, you're fixing to get taxed. You're fixing to get pushed down into middle class. And the middle class is going to get pushed down into poverty. And then all the global elites can have free run after they do the Great Reset where we own nothing and eat bugs. It's all coming. So, in this video, it's kind of crazy, but I want to give you young guys a warning. Go ahead and get prepared. Get ready. Buckle up, Buttercup, because it's going to be rough. You elderly people, if you need help, ask your children. Don't be too proud. I know a lot of that's going on, and it's going to get worse. There's nothing that we talk about that's going to get any better. I'm sorry. Everything is going to consistently get worse until it doesn't. And when we get to that bottom point, I hope I'm doing a moonwalk down this anvil and we're buying rental properties and we are helping stimulate with free market. Matter of fact, right now, I have been priced out of the market. I priced myself out of the market because remember earlier I forgot to mention it. The 20% raise that you should have gotten over the last 3 years that you probably haven't. Well, I took it upon myself to get mine. I raised my rates, and they had to give it to me because it was real. But nobody else did. So I'm not going to make less than I was making 3 years ago. But some people are just working for a living, taking what they're given because I'm working for a living type attitude, and that's not the kind of attitude I have. But by doing that, I price myself out of the market. And it's a free market. There's nothing anybody says they have to hire me or use me or anything else, but I will do something else. If you set yourself up to where you don't have to be a slave to the system, you can stop at any price you want and say, no, I'm not working until you get there. I mean, I'm not there yet, so you got to come where I'm at. But in the short term, it means less work. Now, I found some other work. It's over here and I'm working on it, but just know if you stomp your foot down and you tell somebody, hey, I need money, I'm not doing it anymore, they might give you a raise, and then they might not call you back anymore. So that's just the hard truth of it. So guys, have an awesome, awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Later.